Hello, I'm Dr. Yu. Today I'm here to discuss what is personality and a psychological perspective how personality develop. This is a good opportunity to know why we behave in particular way in certain situation. If we describe the personality, it is something enduring and consistent qualities which is shown in someone's behavior. This is actually a trademark of someone's qualities or someone's behavior. We know them. The word personality is derived from persona, which is the Latin word mean mask. There are many theories of personality. Some people believe this is enduring and consistent feature, which is the dispositional aspect of this theory, while some people believe these are the personality or the traits which are situational, they are temporary. And there are some other notions, some people believe these are some unique quality to individual, that is what we call idiographic, while some people believe these traits or the characters are common or shareable among people, which is called nomothetic perspective of personality development. But most of the people accept the notion that the personality is enduring and consistent qualities by which we know the people or people behave in a certain way. If we talk about the development of personality, there are many names, and we will discuss these one by one. First of all, we see Sigmund Freud. He was the person who proposed the psychoanalytical theory of personality. And according to the Sigmund Freud, personality developed and shaped by unconscious mental processes which include the aggression or sexual urges, which are sometimes called basic drives, instinctual urges. According to the psychoanalytical perspective, what we are today is actually what we experience in our early past. And according to this theory of personality, a man has no role in the development of personality. So, this personality theory does not describe the role of conscious mind, the role of environment, or the role of other aspect of the personality, which we today believe that they are also important for the development of personality. So these are some of the critique on Sigmund Freud or psychoanalytical theory of perspective. But as this was first time that he proposed these concepts, so that's why he's the founder of the psychology and the founder of the psychoanalytical concept of the personality. The other concept, according to the Sigmund Freud, the organization of the personality, he proposed two theories. That is, the one is called structural theory. According to that, the personality is consist of head, ego, and superego. And the topographical theory, which states that the personality is consist of unconscious, conscious, and subconscious process. So these are some of the aspects which are important, but these are behind the limit of or this presentation. So we will discuss these later if we get time. The On the basis of psychoanalytical principle, the Sigmund Freud also proposed some psychotherapy, which is called psychoanalysis, and which is based on dream analysis, pre-association, or catharsis. So these are some of the concepts which are very important in psychology, but these are behind the limit of or this presentation. So as we mentioned that the Sigmund Freud proposed or focus more on unconscious aspect and the development of personality. So there were some few people who actually work with the Sigmund Freud and they accept the unconscious notion of the Sigmund Freud but they headed other important areas which are important for the development of personality. For example, individual potential for the development of personality, cultural influences for the development of personality, or social aspect which are for the development of personality. These are called new Freudian. The new Freudian include, we see Alfred Adler, Erikson, and Carl Jung. We'll discuss the new Freudian one by one. So the Alfred Adler proposed the individual psychology or individual perspective of personality development. According to the Alfred Adler, each individual is unique, and he stated that each individual is born with some universal weaknesses, which he called inferiority complex. And according to the Alfred Adler, the inferiority complex is driving force for the personality. So the inferiority complex is not something which we can see in someone's behavior, but it's reflected in the form of superiority complex. So the superiority complex is something actually is compensation for the inferiority complex. According to the Alfred Adler, a human is what he would experience in the future with a conscious effort to strive for the to compensation for the inferiority complex. And there are other important things which the Alfred Adler described, like organic inferiority or the importance of birth order and the development of personality. The second new Freudian, the Carl Jung, who proposed the theory of analytical psychology or analytical theory of personality development. As we know that the psychoanalytical or Freud theory was mostly related to individual unconscious mind. According to the Carl Jung, there is some aspect of unconscious mind that is common among all human beings, which he called the collective unconscious mind. And according to the Carl Jung, in collective unconscious mind, we have certain symbolic features, some mythological or some configuration, which he called archetype or certain images. So these include, as we see that, these are the some of the archetypy or unconscious or collective unconscious images according to the Jung person has. Like if we hear about the father, we can know it's something related to authority or something related to power. The mother remind us the quality of nurturing or comfort. The wise old man remind us something guidance, knowledge, or wisdom. So these are some of the archetypy or images which we have in our collective unconscious mind, which the Jung call the archetypy. And there are some other archetypy according to the Carl Jung. These include the persona, shadow, the anima, animus. The persona is actually something the Carl Jung described is it's related to some, these are some masks or these are some qualities by which we behave in certain situation. And this is something related to getting fit into certain social expectation and certain social norms. The shadow, according to the Jung, is something related to dark side of someone's personality. So these are something related to morally and culturally unacceptable values in the form of envy, greed, prejudice, hate, or aggression. The wilderness, chaos, and unknown. The Jung also proposed some other aspect of the unconscious images which are like anima. According to the Jung, means also has feminine character, which is called anima, and the female also is underdeveloped masculine unconscious trait, which are called animus. And why these are not visible in someone's behavior? This is because, according to the Jung, the cultural and traditional norms lead to regression of these traits. And that's something very important for the development of gender roles. The Eric Erikson, who is also a new Freudian, proposed a theory of psychosocial perspective of personality development. This is very important because, according to the Erikson, the personality developed throughout the life. And according to the Erikson, there are in certain stages of life, there are certain crises occur. Crises are actually significant events in someone's life which can have certain positive or negative influences in the personality development. The Erikson divide the crisis or the certain event in someone's life in 8 stages. And according to this, the personality developed throughout the life. So here we can see the 8 stages of the psychosocial or the Erikson theory of personality development. So we'll discuss these in detail later. So